this is Renata. This video is another screencast of the manual for on hscti.net/manual of my dad going over various things of getting used to your orgone generator after you buy one. So I won't say much within the videos. I'll just play the videos. We're doing these three: self-programming with chi energy, more about chi energy transfer, and intermediate self-programming with chi energy. These three are the ones that'll be on there today.
The relaxation practice was your first step towards programming yourself. Now you can continue and advance, of course, by using other programs. For these practices, you can adjust the speed of the pulse or the frequency of the orgone energy to an adequate rate which goes well with what you are planning to do. And for these practices, you adjust the speed of the pulse to wherever you desire it. Usually a slow frequency is preferable. Personally, I like best the Earth frequency or Schumann resonance at 7.83 Hertz. You can run your PCHD with exactly the frequencies that
we don't have PCHDs anymore, but you can get PFC 2400.
Using frequency CDs, you can make some by yourself, or we have them available. You can use computer programs that generate frequencies, or you can use the frequency output of your manifestation programs. In the manual, you can also see a list of frequencies that you can use with a description of what those frequencies can bring. The 6 fixed frequencies on our devices of the JU series, the LPOG series, the RAD 2400 HD and the Performer 2400 are also described in the manual. For physical training, a good frequency is at the point where the blinking is still barely perceived. You can do that with the right knob that has continuous settings. In other words, at the threshold to appearing as a solid light. For self-programming, you can then add filters or, of course, the settings of the manifestation programs when you use those. And for this, you can produce creativity, charisma, convincing speech, learning skills, leadership, people skills, the power to analyze, scientific thinking, skills in music, creativity, etc. For the beginning, make it simple. If you have a PVD 2400, you slide the power booster over the output pipe of your G generator or put it on top of the PCHD, and you carry the transfer disk with yourself. Limit the time at first to 2 or 3 hours, and then you can extend it and continuously carry it with you. Your body pulls only as much as it needs. In the same manner, of course, you can use your TC99 transfer couple, put one part with the G generator, carry the other part on you. I show that picture with TC99 on the keychain in my websites. As I mentioned already before, you can enhance the effect of your self-programming significantly with the practice of autogenic training. And for this, you find the free course on my websites.
Okay, so that was that one. I'll go to more about chi energy transfer.
Well, the next thing to do is energy transfer with a device to a point that you defined. The first experiment would be to take a digital photo of the interior of a room, and you can print it out. Then choose a place somewhere in the room that is, of course, at a considerable distance from the device, maybe a tabletop, and make a mark on the photo that has the place on it where you want to project the energy. And you can define the point further by describing exactly how many inches above the marks that you make on the photo. Then you put that photo onto the G generator or next to it, knowing that this represents a structural link to the location. Note here the power of your abstraction, which plays an important role in this technique. I mentioned that over and over again. And this abstraction is made permanent with the help of something physical. Let's say it has been made solid, or, I repeat, permanent. Much more so than the abstraction proper would be. Our brain has a habit of moving. In principle, you have just created a structural connection with the help of a solid object, and this type of creating structural connections is a common functioning principle of most effective methods of action at a distance, of which we know. The next thing is simply you turn on your power generator with the photo, close it, go to the place that you describe, and check for the energy. You can do the same experiment, of course, to a location that is thousands of miles away from your generator. Of course, you need somebody to help you here. And the obvious advantage of life energy generator is that it generates the energy with the help of which you can reach out anywhere. Get somebody who sends you by email or so a picture of a room, and this you can reach out anywhere, including places, moving objects, or persons that are very far away. And here I'm talking about establishing physical trend links, target links, which have been defined by your power to abstract. It becomes a trend link as soon as you add the idea that desires a specific effect for acting upon the target upon which you are working. And I'm back now to the diagrams that you see in your manual, which represent methods of action at a distance. Beginner's attempts, which shows a typical operation that lacks the necessary supply of life force, usually because the operator is simply unaware of the importance of life energy. And of course, even with this, because the wish is there and the connection to the target is there, some life force is drawn from the surroundings or from the operator, him or herself, very often on a non-conscious level. Sometimes results are possible. Generally, this type of operation has a very high rate of failure. The next is a diagram showing how a seasoned practitioner works. Same operation as previously. However, the person knows of the necessity of life energy, and he is either using his own, there are lots of practices available, or he gets them from the surroundings. Some traditions kill a chicken or something that releases the life energy, and it's used to transfer the idea of something happening, and it connects with the target. Generally good results. And the ultimate advantage, of course, is if you have a continuous supply of massive amounts of life energy that come from a chi generator. And this continuous supply of life energy keeps the projected trend energies going as it keeps the connection going with the target of your operations. Results can come fast when it's a simple task, and success can then even be possible in situations where everything else seems to fail, in very complex situations that you want to resolve. Generally reliable results.
I have a video showing how to send energy into a specific area using the Manifestation Ultimate Pro program. If you look back in the videos, you can find that. And we'll go to this next one, and then we'll stop for this video.
You can continue now with intermediate self-programming. Again, it is very useful if you practice autogenic training in combination with this. You set your chi generator up, and you add to it a connection to a trend energy, to a desired effect that you intend to project upon yourself. And you can do this either with the manifestation program or simply by writing down your intent and putting the paper next to your chi generator. Carry the transfer disk on you, then relax yourself with the help of autogenic training. Use a formalized resolution that reflects what you have written down or what you have set up with the program. For instance, start with simple things: creativity, good ideas. The setting of the pulse of life energy should be at a low level, especially when you use autogenic training, because you are working on yourself in a relaxed state. Practice this about 5 to 10 minutes, which means you go into autogenic training, stay in this state for 5 to 10 minutes while the generator is on a low setting. And as I said, the trend energy is first of all directed towards yourself from the generator through the transfer couple. Second of all, you have it with you with the resolution that you formalize within yourself. And after getting out of this state of relaxation or autogenic training, relaxation as such is sufficient, you can leave the setting of your chi generator, and also if you have the manifestation program, you can keep this running, except since you go with your daily chores, you can set the generator at a higher frequency. Keep carrying the transfer disk with you. Project this type energy to yourself for maybe 2 or 3 hours. I repeat, autogenic training is a big advantage, and the course is for free on my websites. Go to www.autoaura.com.
I do still have his website. His course is up. I don't have that course on the Stand Store yet, but I will be putting it on the Stand Store eventually. I have other courses for free at stand.store/life manifestations, but autoaura.com does still exist as a site. You can still go go do it. Okay. Thank you for watching.